What is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. Sorry for the slightly late start there. How's everyone doing today? I was yeah, sorry for the late start there. I was like finishing up a little bit of food and didn't want to be like eating on stream and making a whole bunch of like crunching and chewing sounds and stuff. But no longer an issue. We're good now. How's everyone doing today? Who's here? Who is here? Guess I probably already did the count for that one, so let's go ahead and reset. Let's stop that. Yo, Cinder, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Let's get internet turned on. Xenator, what is going on with the hat today? Yeah, I'm pulling like my hair off the back of my neck. It's a little bit warm in here, so it was like just keeping the hair off my neck. I don't know, maybe the hat's probably gonna warm like the top of my head more, so I don't know, it's probably like a net even, if anything. Oh no! Guys, did we not save the BULU encounter? Oh no! Oh, that's so sad! You got it saved? Dude, yes, please. So if you have it saved, I can save it off of you, right? Yeah, man, start that up, dude. Dude, you're a lifesaver if that can happen. Yo, that's awesome. So, will I go to the anything is fine and then search for your code, I guess? I've never been like on the joining end of that. Dude, you are a lifesaver. Oh, that would have been so unfortunate if we couldn't fix that. Yeah. Yeah, so just let me know when you have a code up. Cause oh man, that was unfortunate. It's a hit invite others as you put in the code. Gotcha. Yeah, just let me know what the code is, and I will absolutely join that so we can grab this again, dude. You are a lifesaver. You already have it up? Did you put the code in the chat? Is it just our normal code? I'm assuming it's our normal code. Yeah. Thank you. Alright, so I'll just go ahead and go ahead and pin that in the chat just so we have it there for a little bit. See if anyone else decides to join in, but dude, I can't believe I forgot to save it. I'm so glad that we can do this. Yo, Blistina, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. It's been a while. Hope you've been doing well. Let me know when you want to start it. Yo, Brian, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Let's give it a little bit more. I see there are some more people joining in on the stream, so there might be some more people who want to join in on the battle. But yeah, welcome everyone. Hope your Wednesdays have been going well. You know, we're over halfway through the week now, everyone. I'm happy for that. I'm ready for the weekend again. You got a shiny Timid Salazzle and Yveltal in one run. Nice! That's awesome. These have been so much fun to do. Like, I've genuinely, like, I knew that they were going to be fun hanging out with everyone, but, like, I've genuinely enjoyed these more than I expected I would. Like, again, I really like the idea of, like, I always knew I'd enjoy the idea of, like, doing stuff interactive with you guys. It's just, like, the battling aspect of it wasn't something I expected to enjoy as much as I have. It's been so much fun. Yo, Sezzy, what's going on, man? Favorite shiny legendary? That would be Rayquaza. Rayquaza is just one of my favorite legendaries. Again, I am extremely biased towards Gen 3 as a whole. I don't think that's really surprising for anyone who knows me and, you know, knows the original hunts and everything. You know, all of our original hunts were Gen 3 hunts. So yeah. Rayquaza was my favorite legendary, and, you know, black shiny, so you really can't go wrong with them, especially when, like, your other option was to attempt to make some kind of a... to make some kind of, like, green shiny, which would not have worked well, I don't think. I think if Rayquaza's shiny had been green, it would have been terrible. I'm saying we go right, so we can grab that steel. I think that'll be worth it. Ooh, or poison? Do we go for poison? I think we go for poison, honestly. I might be wrong, though. Y'all choose what you think is best. We will go that way. Yeah, let's grab the poison. Try to get that 4x effective. You got a shiny Rayquaza from Dynamax Adventures. That's awesome, Blastina. Congrats. I'm hoping to get a few shinies with you guys on Dynamax. Ooh, Clefable too. Clefable should just be good to have. Yo, Horse, welcome to the stream. Gen 5's your favorite gen, but you really like each gen? Yeah, I mean, there's, like, I don't have any problems with any specific gen. It's just, excuse me, I just have such a, I just have such a, like, love for Gen 3, and just, like, the nostalgia is super real, you know? So that's where that one just comes in. Oh, it's an ice type move. Neat. I guess it makes sense. It's like named after a like ice skating term, like a figure skating term. Yeah, I don't like have a lot of, I don't have fond memories of Gen 5 just because I don't have a lot of memories of Gen 5. I own a couple of the games. Didn't really play them when they were out. I've barely played them now. I just haven't had like a chance to sit down and play them. What I want to do, and this is something I was thinking about earlier today, actually, is I want to find some kind of, like, challenge run type thing to do with Pokemon. Yeah, I'll Dynamax. Hold on. Yeah, I'll Dynamax. I don't know if that was the best move, but I'm doing it. Gen 5 is the best music. Again, I don't know enough about it. Gen 3 is just too iconic. The trumpets. But I've been trying to think of like a challenge type thing to do in the gens. Like something to do like for like a Gen 1 game, then do for a Gen 2 game, and then do for a Gen 3 game. And just do that all the way through. Like give me like true incentive to like really play through these. Yeah, that was a bad move on my part to Dynamax. I'm not doing a whole heck of a lot. Personally, think that if we were going by music, you would have to say that Sword and Shield is the best. That's definitely a decent argument. That has ground to stand on. I know people who genuinely don't like the Sword and Shield music because it's too different. Which I think can, again, fair critique. You know, either way, fair critique. There's a challenge mode in Black 2 White 2. Yeah. Well, I mean, not just like crank the difficulty, but like Jon Snow does the like how many Pokemon can I get before each gym badge, or is it J-Rose? Is it J-Rose who did the who would do like the beat the whole game with Ditto kind of thing? Like those kind of challenges, like. Or even, like, I was trying to think of how this would work or be exciting, of just, like, doing a singular type, like, beat Gen 1 fully with only water types or something like that. But at the same time, like, what limitations would have to be put into that to make it where it's not like, oh yeah, of course you can, just grind really hard, you know? Like that's the kind of thing I was trying to think of, is like how, like, what would be like a fun video concept? Like, essentially, I can play the game while doing other stuff, like watching Netflix or watching whatever, talking with friends, just doing other things and playing the game, but like be able to make a video out of it, if that makes sense. Because I feel like Nuzlocks are done to death, and like those require commentary over the top, but kind of like a I did this run, this is how I did it kind of thing, you know? Like, I want to think of something like that. Alola's your favorite region, cool Pokemon, good music. Fair. Honestly, if there wasn't so much controversy around Gen 8 that affected collectors like me, Gen 8 honestly might be my favorite. Like, in terms of like the feel of everything, right? That was unfortunate. But like just the feel of Gen 8, like the great Pokemon. The great music. Again, like, I love the music. It's great. I love the gym battle music. Like, the people I knew who didn't like it a whole lot were, like, in the camp of hadn't played since Gen 4, if not earlier. So, like, Pokemon to them is a very specific thing that has evolved for almost a decade since then, if not more than a decade since then. So, like, to them, it's like, oh, this is different. This isn't right. It's like, this is different music. It's like, yeah, but it's like, it's evolved over time. You can hear what they built on each time if you listen each time. But if you didn't play Sun and Moon, or didn't play X and Y, or, you know, didn't play Black and White, like, if your last game was Diamond and Pearl, yeah, it was a massive change to Gen 8. But Gen 8's music, really good. It's not traditional Pokemon for sure. Like, in the sense of like, if you play music from any previous Pokemon game, it's just kind of like, yeah, that's Pokemon. That's Pokemon music. But, like, I don't know. Yeah, someone else can take this. It's like if you played Gen 3 music, everyone would know that's Pokemon music. If you played Gen 4, or I don't play Gen 5, no. If you played at least up through Gen 4 music to anyone, Gen 1, 2, 3, or 4, and just like, what game is this from? People would be like, Pokemon, what are you on about? Like, why is that even a question? But I could see people being confused, with certain tracks in Gen 8. I would believe that there are people like, hold on, like, what is that? Because it changed a lot. I don't think it was like changed for the worse or anything, but it changed. Find a sound font if you like. It's a sound font. About to make some calzones. Nice. Alright. Dude, calzones are so good. I haven't had one in forever. I used to get calzones when, like, my buddies and I would go out to trivia. Like, we would do that weekly. I'd go out with my buddies. I'd go with, like, my dad on another night. Like, I'd go to trivia, like, twice a week at 2 different places that both just happen to be, like, Italian-esque restaurants. Like, kind of like pizza places, pretty much. And, like, I'd regularly get the calzones. Those were so good. It's been almost a year since I've had a calzone, actually, now that I think about it. Because, like, I haven't had trivia to go to. IAG, welcome, man. Wish there was more than one music track for the wild area. Honestly, I've said this before, and I know this isn't like the most popular opinion in the Pokemon community regarding the new generation. Like, I think a lot of people were like, oh, Sword and Shield were terrible, except the wild area. The wild area was cool. Like, the wild area was, I think, the weakest part of the games, personally. I'm not going to Dynamax, guys. I don't have anything effective. I don't want to burn that for anyone who, like, can use it better. But, like, I just wasn't a big fan of the wild area, in my opinion. There's not a... As much as Pokemon's an RPG about exploring, I don't... Like, exploring and collecting, I don't think it works as an open world game. And I'm not the biggest fan. I'm admittedly biased against open world games. Not like they're terrible. I play some. They're fine. I've never been a massive fan of, like, not every game needs to be open world, is basically what I'm getting at. Like, even, like, games that are, like, more about exploring and wandering around and backtracking, they don't need to be open world. Sometimes having, like, a nice rigid path that push you down, aside from, like, wandering around on said paths, like, I don't think... And I know the wild area isn't, like, proper open world, but, like, the continuously going back and forth through it, and, like, all the Pokemon just immediately capping to level 60 when you beat the game is, like, it kind of makes post-game a little bit boring, IMO. And as a shiny hunter, that's where I spend most of my time in games. So, like, when everything's just level 60 and there's no, like, it's like you just prep for the hunts to be level 60 and you call it a day is different. Yo, Jiha, welcome to the stream. Really like Gen 8, but you do think the wild area was done kind of poorly. Oh, I'm not saying, like, you specifically or anything. I think the Pokemon community as a whole, especially around the time that the games came out, were, like, massively overhyping the wild area, despite the wild area kind of being the place that showed most of the, I personally think the wild area showed most of the issues with, oh no, did I get disconnected from everyone? I think I'm doing this with all, I think I'm doing this with... Yeah, I'm pretty sure you disconnected. Yeah, something happened because I have all AI on my team now, so I don't feel bad taking good Pokemon. I don't see what those are. Maybe someone will take something here if I get to the scientist. That's all I gotta go off of at this point. But yeah, no, I'm not saying, like, anything about you specifically with that. I'm just saying, like, as a whole, I think the reception of the games was very much, like, pro-wild area. Despite the wild area being the place where everyone was, like, pointing out the bad trees and stuff. It's like, you can't... One or the... Like, I guess not really one or the other. It's two different things to say you like a mechanic versus how it was implemented, but, like... Or, like, how things around it were set up. I just... Again, like I said, I am very admittedly biased against all games becoming open world. I think a lot more games have become open world in recent years than should. Or, like, even just, like, the... Really, my issue is the semi-open world aspect of it, where it's, like... It's not go around and do whatever in any order you want. Like, there's still a good chunk of the game that's, like... It's like, you gotta go from A to B, and you happen to go through a path that's not super linear. And it's like, alright, but, like... Does that add to the game? Does it take away from the game? In my opinion, most of the time it ends up taking away a good bit from the game. That's, again, my opinion. I'm not saying anyone who likes it's wrong. In fact, I might be the wrong one. I'm pretty stubborn about change a lot of the time, I'll say. I'll admit that. But one of the examples I think is, like, Halo Infinite. When Halo Infinite got announced, it's kind of like being this hub world with, like, going off to other missions. Like, no, but it's Halo. Halo's story-driven. Come on, you know. So I get kind of the same way with Pokemon, I think. It's like, Pokemon has a very set, like, structure to how the games work. And I think that works. I think if you go back to the Gen 1 style of paths can cross, go through certain cities at certain times and stuff, like, you go through different towns and you can come back, you backtrack, you go through tough dungeons, it's like, that's perfectly fine. Like, making you, like, backtrack on routes is fine. Like, I prefer that over, like, the purely, like, you go here and then you do this here, but, oh, you can't, like, do anything because it's just a artificial, like, barrier. Like, that kind of thing. Versus, like, I don't know, again, I don't want to ramble on it too long. I don't want to be too negative about a game that I'm actively playing and clearly people in chat like. And, like, I'm not saying I don't like it. So... That's just my take. Again, I kind of hope that there isn't a wild area in the games that come out next. Personally. But yeah, also like you were saying, this all sparked off of the one music track for Wild Area. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. You would think that like this massive area, the size of several different routes that usually each have their own like music track to like kind of give you into the feel. You'd think it'd be different with how like diverse the wild area is, but yeah, I don't know. I think it was a good concept. Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying, like, again, it's just my opinion. Totally respect everyone else's opinions as well. And like, if most people enjoy it, like, Game Freak shouldn't make the game the way I want it. If they, like, Game Freak shouldn't make the game I want it made if I'm in the minority, right? Like if I'm in the minority of disliking the wild area, everyone else loves it, they should put a lot of effort into making it good. That's what they should do. Not for my sake, for the sake of the people who like it. You know, so. Are there any spots left? Might join? Yeah, man. Yeah, there's plenty of spots left. Actually, this is one that a Xenator set up. Right now it's all AI. We disconnected or something. But yeah, Xenator saved the frickin' day. I forgot to save BULU after the last run yesterday. And so I didn't have it, so Xenator had to set this one up. Just think it could have been better. Oh yeah. I don't think anyone could say that it couldn't be improved. Even if it was like phenomenal. There's still ways to improve it, and they always should work on improving it. But like, I definitely think, like, again, I'm biased, so I can't say for certain, like, it's obvious that it could be better or something. It's like, because they'd be like, it's obvious it could be better because I hate it, right? Like, I don't hate it, but yeah. I think the wild area was the clunkiest part of the game, all around. But if people like it, they should improve on it. They should work on it. Like, if it's gonna be a core part of the game, it should be polished. It should be very polished. Now, I guess my assumption is that we're gonna get a small area in the Sinnoh remakes that is wild area-esque. But the game as a whole will still be very set up like it'll be set up more like the rest of the Galar region. Like, it'll be set up more traditionally, I think. Just going off of the fact that they're like, words are not coming to me properly right now. I don't know why. But like, just because they'd be building a map of a region that existed with traditional routes, I think it'll stay traditional routes. And actually, like, I say I dislike kind of the open worldy aspect of it. If they made the games, oof, that's not good. If they made the games like Crown Tundra, and like, it's like you get the free moving camera, but it's still kind of like you have areas next to each other that you have to go through, that's okay with me. It's okay. It's okay. I think I take issue with the way that, again, all the Pokemon are just capped at 60 all the time, and it's like, eh. I think that's my biggest thing, is like, just everything getting capped at 60 makes it really bland. I think Pokemon should be more open worldy, but isn't like not really linear. You can go pretty much everywhere, wherever you want. I think Hoenn and Johto, where you could fight gyms out of order. That's kind of what I like. Like, you have predetermined routes, right? Like, I think that, like, have predetermined routes, but you get to, like, you can go on different routes, or you can, if you go around like a dungeon, if you go around like a cave or a mountain or something, like, you can go somewhere else. But clearly, like, the move away from HMs and all this stuff kind of has made it more difficult for them to kind of lock it down naturally. Like, right? Like, they've moved away from HMs. It makes sense. The HMs, like, having an HM slave on your team's just a waste of space. It's a waste of a Pokemon. They don't... The whole point of the game is to bond with your Pokemon, and if you have a Pokemon that is solely there to have moves that are useless in battle outside of Surf, just because you need it to get to a certain place, like, yeah. I think HMs going away is a perfectly fine concept. I just wonder how they'd be able to, like, kind of lock it in aside from that, you know? So yeah, I agree with that. I would love some more where it's like you can kind of end up at stuff a little out of order. Or like you go somewhere and you have to backtrack and go back through somewhere else. Like that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that makes me learn more about the world, right? Like I learn where things are a bit more just because like I still don't know. I don't remember what Bolton looks like shiny. I need to check those. Then no BULU shiny. So we shall quit, and I shall save this. I think it kills progression. That's another thing I always wonder about with Pokemon and open worldiness is like the idea of you can go anywhere you want, but it's like, all right, but like, does that mean like the game's gonna level around you as well? Because that feels really unnatural. Like the fact that. Sure, there's always the argument of it's such a coincidence that you live in, like, you know, you start in, like, Pallet Town, and everything around you is super low level, and then as you move up, it, like, coincidentally is also leveling up. But, like, you go back to Pallet Town, and they're still low level. It's a low-level area of the game. Yes. Alright, guys, let's get this set up. Yeah, I just think, like, It didn't kill immersion. There's no way for it to really kill immersion, but it was just... It's weird. It's weird coming from previous Pokemon games for, like, everywhere in the wild area to be the same level. Especially when I've already been there. You know? I guess... New code for BULU is up in the chat. Or is up in the new Dynamax adventure going. Hit it up, join 4255-4255 if you want to get in on the next battle. I think if Sword and Shield had a scaling system would be better. How so? What do you mean by scaling system? Like, I could even like the idea. I think, well, this happened in the anime, right? Where, like, the gym leader was like, how many badges do you have? You showed the badges and they went, aha, cool, well, alright, here's my team that I'll fight you with when you have this many badges. Like, there was this understanding of, like, you might not start in generic starter town. You might start somewhere else and be like, alright, cool, well, now you made it to Brock and you have 7 badges. Of course, Brock can't be a pushover then. You beat everyone else. So like I kind of like if they did something like that, I think that'd be okay. I just think like for me the concept of like the starter area should always be the starter area. I feel like going back to that. Honestly, what really kind of breaks the immersion again, not a great word, is like going into the wild area the first time, finding a Wingull and it being a fairly low level, and then going back into the wild area after being in the game and the same area has Wingulls at level 60 doesn't fit right. It doesn't feel right. And, like, it doesn't fit for me, you know? That's really the thing for me, I guess, was, like, all the Pokemon just miraculously being level 60. It was like, alright, well, that doesn't fit right. I don't want to be too negative about it, so we can. I will stop ranting on it, because like at the same time, like they've done other things that are amazing. Dynamax Adventures, incredibly fun. I love this so much. I'm having so much fun doing this with you guys. Alright, maybe we can get a full team? If anyone else wants to hop in the last 25 seconds here. 4255 still up in the chat. Otherwise, we'll get started with 3 people. Which, hey, as long as we outnumber the AI, I think we are okay. Yeah, that's kind of the thing I was leaning towards there, Sezzy. Like you go up to a gym and they're a little bit different level. Like it's kind of like you go up against the first gym. I'll take Salazzle. I'm gonna keep Salazzle the whole time. I will kind of be conscious of the fact that this Salazzle needs to stay alive through many battles. If the trainers and leaders level up with you, because you have access to the wild area before the first gym, you can do raids and a ton of candies become overpowered. Honestly, though, grinding and being super OP by the first battle is like a thing that I do. Guilty of that. All right, so we're gonna go. I can't tell what the other steel type is. The other steel type is Celegar. We're gonna go dark. So we can go to the steel type on the right, or on the left. What's special about the Salazzle, it is fire and poison type, which means, it's poison type, which means it is stab on moves that are 4 times effective on BULU. Since BULU is grass and fairy, it's 4x effective. Any poison moves are. So Salazzle is just phenomenal against BULU in the Dynamax adventures. As well as being fire type also means stab 2x effective on BULU. Leading up to these battles, it has no effect. It doesn't change anything at all. Also, granted, fire type on steel works well for us. But when it comes to BULU, Salazzle is one of the best Pokemon you can take in there. Personally, don't like doing that, but it made grinding easier. Just don't like being overpowered, then the game isn't fun for you. Just your opinion, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, Absol knows a fire move. That's not great. Was not expecting that. Yeah, I mean, that's why people do various challenges, and, like, that's part of why people didn't like XP share being forced on all the time for every Pokemon. It's like, yeah. Personally, I am guilty of being super grindy when I play Pokemon. In a lot of situations, for one, I'm collecting everything that I come across, so I'll spend a little bit of time in routes hoping I'll find, because I don't look at like Cerebi or anything, or I don't look up where Pokemon are until after I've played my whole first playthrough. Like, I do basically a full blind playthrough first before I do anything else. Just, I feel like that's how Pokemon games should be experienced. Again, my opinion. It's how I want to experience Pokemon games, really, more than anything. So, like, I try to collect as many of the Pokemon as I can on my first play, like, before I start looking up where they are. So I'll spend a bit of extra time on routes, grinding, kind of in hopes of finding, like, the, 5% encounters and stuff that don't show up super often. Beat Leon mid and high 50s, and that was fun for you. Yeah, man. Go for it. Again, I'm not the biggest competitive person. Yeah, I'm good without it. Someone else take that if they want it. I don't know how that stacks up against BULU. Because you have Fire Blast and you have Blizzard. And you're not Ice type, which is kind of nice. Yeah. We're gonna go with this Steel over here. I think this is a better one than a Selgor. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like the people who put challenges in their own way just to make it more fun. I respect that. That's totally fine. I'm into Pokemon for collecting. If there comes a point where it's like doing these more strategic battles and stuff for the collection, I love it. That's fun. But my main goal at the end of the day is still collecting. That's still like my main drive with Pokemon is collection. Is collecting everything, getting 100%, like completing national dexes, completing shiny dexes, like that's what I have fun doing. So I don't mind grinding and then blowing through the battles without like the stress of losing. How does the Dynamax adventure work? Never got the DLC. Basically, you can either go up against a random Pokemon, or if you've encountered the legend before, you can choose which legend to go up against. Like for us right now, we're going up, every time we're just going up against TAPU BULU. Basically, we write down the location where it was so we can save the encounter and redo the encounter. But before you battle the legendary at the end, you have to do 3 Dynamax raids, essentially. Like 3 consecutive Dynamax raids leading up to it. And you use Pokemon that are randomly, like, there's a random list of Pokemon you can choose from at the start. It's random battles throughout. And at the end of the battle, once you win, you can take that Pokemon. If 4 Pokemon get knocked out, you're out. Not like at any given, like at all, overall, across the entire thing. You basically have 3 KOs, 1 more, and you're gone. From the raid from all raids, they're all together. They all use the same counter for that. Yeah. So the whole time you're trying to plan and get built up for it. That's why like Salazzle's great, because we know BULU's at the end, and that's the only thing we can guarantee. So it's like Salazzle's good. I hope it's good against everything else leading up to it. Is kind of what like the I hope at the start was. But Salazzle will be a great Pokemon for Dynamaxing in there. So if you've done Dynamax raids, it's basically just 4 of those in a row. With the last one being a legendary. You beat Gen 7, Elite 4 with level 40 to 50. Nice. If you know what you're doing, it's not that... If you know what you're doing, like, yeah, you can do some pretty crazy stuff level-wise. Not sure why it's sent in 2 parts. It's weird, man. So we have to take... Let's go Bug. I know we don't get the heal. I don't know if the heal probably wouldn't really help us all too much. But we do get is the backpacker will give us items, and then if we just have a Pokemon we know is going to be terrible going in and nothing else, we can random. Someone gets to randomly select, so this is probably the better path. Alright, Eviolite's no good for me. I'm going to take Expert Belt. Fire against a Bug. Hopefully the Bug doesn't have anything to counteract Fire, so I can be super effective here. And then definitely super effective going into BULU, so... I think that's one of my best choice. Got the Eviolite, nice. Yeah. Unfortunately, Salazzle can't use that Eviolite at all. Alright. Alright. Yeah, we should be pretty good here. Oh yeah. Granted, I also am saying this under the assumption that Orbeetle isn't going to wipe us. I think from an attack perspective, we're fine. Very nice. Got the paralysis off. Ooh, an aerial ace. I'm gonna let this roll. I'm gonna let the Dynamax roll past me, just so it'll be quicker for me to get Dynamax against BULU. I think us getting a Dynamax poison moves going off against BULU is probably gonna be the best, especially with the Expert Belt, I believe, Expert Belt that I picked up. So super effective stab with Expert Belt boosts Dynamax 4x effective. Like, I think we'll be good. Yeah, I think we're good, boys. I hope at least. I hope I'm not getting too cocky here going into this last one. BULU about to get mopped. At this point, we should call ourselves the janitors with how much mopping we're doing. I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm proud of that one. Uh-oh, I hope we're not getting DC'd here. Okay, cool. The communication was taking a little bit long. I was like, uh-oh. Alright. Yeah, so I don't know if anyone wants to swap here, they can, I guess. I don't know. Of course they... Why did they swap? Why did they swap? They were fine. Duraludon was fine. There was no need to swap away from a steel type, yet they did. Gonna have to use that A. Alright. You lagged out? No! Oh man. Good luck on your BULU then, though. Alright. Alright, we gotta make it 2 turns. Unless we wipe BULU before that. We can make it 2 turns. Are you playing with all real people or real people and AI? Real people and AI. Currently, it looks like Xeonator and I are the 2 that are in the battle, okay? IAG lagged out. So it's me, another person. So Cody is real, is a real person. The other 2 are AI at the moment. That's not good. That's not very good. Morpeko getting knocked out's not great. That's also not very good. And Kit's not going to Dynamax, which is fine, because I don't get the logic of switching Duraludon out. And then just using coaching? Like, you're doing nothing. You're doing nothing. Alright, this is just adding some challenge, I guess. Make it a little bit more interesting. This paralysis sucks. It does, man. It does. And again, why did we swap in? Oh, you were fine. Like, the only reason to take the scientist Pokemon is if you were actively at a disadvantage. So, like, we can't take another hit. As long as it lets me Dynamax. Dude, this is actually kind of rough. Morpeko's about to come back in, too. Let's hope I can get this. Let's just hope I can get Max Ooze off. This is unfortunate. We've come in worse, is the thing. I think the AI goofed when picking up Poliwrath. That was a mistake. That was a horrific mistake on its part. The paralysis isn't helping. And I goofed and used a flamethrower instead of We did it. Max Ooze should kill, and it did. It did. How's it going, Jihad? Welcome back. Unless you've just been here. I know you've been here. I know you've already been in here. I'm all over the place right now. I'm flustered. I was concerned we were going to lose that. I think we do with your Dynamax. Dude, I'm so glad. Like, I'm glad it wasn't like 3 turns for me to Dynamax or something. That would have been rough. I'm very glad I did not Dynamax in that last battle. Lucky crit. You've been lurking. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. I feel bad. I'm like having to double check in these menus a lot. Yo, Forbidden One, welcome to the stream, man. Shiny hype, Pog. No shiny yet, man, but Pogs are always Pog in the chat. Always hype. Forbidden One, you've seen the new emote, right? Don't know how I'm keeping track of the Palkia encounters. By totally disregarding anything outside of like my move selection on Dynamax. How's it going, Mel? Yee, there's the new emote. Yes. Dude, I love that emote so much. I'm so glad that happened. Hopefully we can get some more members and add some more fun emotes like that soon. Alright, again, 4255, 4255. Invite. Now focus on Palkia for a bit. Ian Pog. What is Pog? It was basically play of the game. It basically just became the PogChamp emote, and it essentially just meant like hype. Or like good thing play of the game. That kind of the reaction to a like good move in a game or something. Or you did terribly and it was just an ironic move. And it was just like an ironic like just dig at someone. What do I use to keep track of my encounters? I have a Stream Deck set up with a button, an up and a down arrow for each of the like Pokemon. I'll see. My camera's a bit too wired in. I would pull it around and show. I mean, maybe I can kind of lift the Stream Deck up. But I have my Stream Deck set up with. It can't quite get on camera. But you can see, like, I have, like, a picture of Palkia, a picture of BULU. Those are the down arrows, and there are up arrows up there. Now let's get this back where it was, so my muscle memory's not thrown off. Alright. Yeah, so that's back. And I had those buttons mapped to custom scripts that I wrote that are modifying a text file that OBS is reading. So when I hit the up button, it takes the value out of the file, adds one to it, and then puts it back in. And OBS will update text files automatically. Like when a text file changes, OBS updates it. Finally got Poiple, but your game crashed before you saved. Dude, no! Oh, that's awful, man. I'm so sorry. Pretty good. Glad to see this. BULU's going well. Yeah, BULU's been going really well. I'm hyped about that. Like, yeah. We've had a couple close calls. This past one was honestly probably the closest. So Releasio, you got a trinket you needed in WoW. He said Pog and your guildmate. You're doing the dungeon with, didn't know what it meant. What? Like, it's one thing to not, like, know what Pog stands for literally. It's another thing not to know that Pog is kind of, like, just a more, like, Twitch-specific version of Yeet at this point. Right? Where it's just, like, a general, like, exclamation of good things have happened. Right? But yeah, so the reason the emote is called Pog is because there was an emote on Twitch called PogChamp that was like super iconic and used all the time. It got removed for reasons, and now basically just like all the other creators' versions of PogChamp get rotated in and out on a daily basis. But yeah, so that's why like people say Pog in relation to like that expression. We're going poison because it means we can get 2 poisons. That'll be good. Yeah, we want to avoid Flygon anyways for the dragon typing. Yeah, go poison, absolutely. Short and sweet, but you did something special. You have an They'll put a pic in Discord. Everything else is kind of rough though. Blue is easy when you get a poison type. Everything else is kind of rough. Yeah. Fortunately, like getting poison types isn't too rare on these runs. What's your favorite legendary, favorite shiny that isn't legendary? Milotic. Milotic's my favorite overall. Even including legends. I have no reason to Dynamax. Double poison Pog. Perfect time for the Pog emote. Sorry if you hear any like random noises for the next like probably 30 seconds or so. Sounds like the trash is coming by. Alright, alright. Gonna make some food and eat, then you'll be back in the Dynamax Adventures. All good, man, all good. Looking forward to having you back. It'd be awesome if we could get a full team going for these runs. That'd be awesome. I found your Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and you're super happy to get the shiny hands on it again. Dude, I keep getting like the urge to shiny hunt in older gen, or not older, older. But I guess technically it's older, but like to do a hunt in Oras or do an X and Y hunt or something. I haven't found a Pokemon to do it with, and I haven't like. I need to prep for one of those hunts better. I don't have anything really properly set up for one of them. You have school at 11:20. This is great. What time is it? What time is it for you now? I can't. Like, is that in an hour? That's quick numbers off the top of my head. Sounds right? In an hour? Or 2 hours? I'm not sure. 9:30 right. Okay, so. I'm a weeb and can do the like time zone change to Japan like immediately off the top of my head. Yo, JT, welcome to the stream, man. How you doing today? Have your classes been going? You're shiny hunting Mudkip right now. Best of luck with that. Dude, I need to do those starter hunts in there, don't I? It's JT. Indeed it is JT. I'll take it. Yeah. Yeah, Magneton wasn't going to go much farther. Rock or electric here. And I took this one. Get the other poison type. And I took the poison type here. I panicked, I hit rock. I don't know which way we chose. Oh, I didn't get the poison type. Ooh. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and swap here. Just because, unless Dean takes it, I don't know. I was like, I'm just gonna swap here, since like, I know I'm not gonna do too great against a rock. Dragon Tamer, how's it going, man? Hunting Buzzwole in Gen 7, Darkrai and Platinum, and we'll be joining you for BULU. Awesome, dude! Got a bunch of stuff going on, man. Alright, Wartortle. Cool. Someone sending you good vibes. Dude, I'm sending you the best of vibes, man. Sending you the best of vibes. Hopefully this song can send you some good vibes as well. You phased for Lunala today and got a Scyther. This is phase 11 for Lunala? Dude, that's crazy, man. Think you'll do BULU for a bit? I got you, man. Okay, so someone correct me if I'm wrong, but the odds for this are 1 in 100 for any of the 4 Pokemon to be shiny on a given raid, right? It's not like 1 in 100 for BULU specifically, and like therefore 1 in 100 for each Pokemon, like 4 1 in 100 rolls, right? That's not what this is. That made any sense. Yeah, okay, cool. 1 in 100 for all Pokemon. Yeah. Basically, like, the odds are that 1 out of 100 raids will have a shiny. Cool. Nice, we got through that one. One out of 25 raids. Oh, okay, that's way better. Heck yeah. Like, that makes more sense with the numbers that Dragon Tamer said, which is kind of where, like... I wasn't like, he's lying. Like, I definitely thought you were right. I just had to make sure I was wrong. Okay, cool. Imagine those odds for your poi pool. Dude. That's incorrect. Okay, cool. So 1 out of 25 has the shiny. Nice. Oh, dude, coughing. Heck yes. Or wheezing. Blech. Heck. But yes, wheezing. Nice. As incorrect as 1 in 100. 1 in 100 raids will have a shiny. I'll try Hydro Pump again. Yeah, each mon has a 1 in 100. So statistics don't quite work like that. You're right. It's basically... And essentially they kind of do. You essentially are doing like it's a 1 in 25 chance of any of the Pokemon, of the raid producing a shiny. Because it's basically 4 rolls of 1 in 100 every time you do a raid. But each individual Pokemon is 1 in 100, assuming you have the shiny charm. Only 15 BULU encounters. The raids take time. They're not like too tedious or anything, but they just take time. And so 15 BULU encounters means like 60 encounters of in general of Pokemon, pretty much. Yeah, so only 15 so far. So sad to delete the ORAS file. I feel that, man. Oh man, I hope we can get through this fast. I hope we can get through this fast so that we don't have any knockouts. Body slam gonna do it? Ah, dang it. That poison though. Like, this method is not mindless resetting. Like, it's fun. It's really fun. Like, I definitely think I kind of enjoy... I'll admit, I'm guilty of enjoying, like, the mindless resetting to a point. Like, just kind of being able to not think about something, but also be, like, making progress at something, right? Like, that can just be nice. It's like a relaxing, but at the same time, like, after a couple hours, I don't feel like I've wasted my time. All right, I'll take this. I'll take this. Yo, Ash, welcome to the stream, man. Coming from a person who likes Battle Factory. Yeah, yeah, just the differences in what you're into with Pokemon. There's strategy here, and like there's a risk of not getting it and everything. What was everyone's first shiny? My first shiny was a shiny Ditto that I SOS hunted for. I wanted a shiny Rowlet. And I was like, oh, having a shiny parent breeding will help, right? It doesn't. It hasn't since Gen 2, but I didn't know that at the time. So I did that. So I was for the Ditto. I was like, that was so much fun. And I was like, that's so cool. I love this. Unless I don't like thinking about the idea of it. Unless there was some shiny I saw when I was a child and did not know that and like reset over it or something sad. Or not reset over it, but just like KO'd it. First shiny was a Magikarp. Nice. Poliwag. Heracross. No shame was it. I mean, if it gets you into it, honestly, that's fine no matter what. Let's use Sludge Bomb. RNG manip shinies are so much work though. But like there is some fun to that too, right? Where it's like, ah, man, I was hoping Weezing would Dynamax here. Alright, hopefully Nidoqueen can do enough here. Alright, just make sure Nidoqueen's using poison moves. Yeah, Max Ooze. I guess realistically, either Pokemon using Max Ooze here is really all we need. Your first shiny was a Geodude that you got completely by accident. Nice! That's like Mel's. Hey, Mel mentioned it. Yeah, random Geodude. First successful hunt was a Mareep in Gen 4. I remember that. I remember you being so excited about that. Alright, yeah, Weezing will be good here no matter what. To see your comment, in for a few Legends, Ultra Beasts and Raids. I got Tapu Fini in 42, Necrozma in 14, and Stakataka in 8. Dude, that's awesome, man. Congrats. Very nice there, very nice. A crit to take it out. You're gonna farm some 4IV Dittos in Pokemon Moon, since you replayed the game in Japanese, so you can bring the Sword and Shield. Do it, man. Oops, gotta actually hit catch on BULU. A kid you knew in middle school's first shiny was also a random encounter Geodude in 4. Must be something about the little guys, yeah. It's gotta add the extra stress though, right? Just like self-destructing and ending the battle. Geodude and Zubat. Zubats are just because everyone ends up in caves, man. You get lost in a cave and you're just gonna see all the Geodudes in the world, or all the Zubats in the world. Let me get your cute charm. You're yelling yes. I know it's not intentional. I know it's just it loading in the model. But that like brief moment where BULU is not on screen after going down to BULU is such like a intense feeling of suspense, right? Yes. Is it normally 3 weeks into your data structures and algorithms class and still be reviewing basic object-oriented programming concepts? Yes. Like the class is going over it that way? Yes. Yeah, no, for me data structures was just a continuation of learning object-oriented programming. That was kind of the class. It gets into a couple more specifics, at least it did for me. Link code, again, with the 4255, 4255. Invite. First non-red Gyarados shiny was a random Lycanroc in Gen 7. Nice. Doesn't it seem excessive though? You already know. You already know it. Some of the people might not. As part of it. Yo, we got 4 immediately. Let's go. Let's go. No countdown needed. I'll take Quillfish for now. I don't know if I'll keep it. It has the poison typing, but it also has water typing. You're in. Awesome, Lucina. Glad to have you. Brother's working on an essay for school tonight and just realized how much you missed essays. I do not miss essays at all. Pog. More Pog emotes. When we get a shiny, I just want the chat to be full of like shiny hype and mindless Pog emotes. That's my dream right now. So, double poison again, right? This feels like a no-brainer. Mel enjoys writing. Very, very different from me. Go poison, yeah. Got crapped on with the options? How so? Yeah, I guess we didn't. I mean, we got we have 2 poisons again, so if we can go in with like 3 poison types, that's kind of good. Granted, I don't know how much I want to keep Quillfish. Yeah, and Steel Roller's not going to do anything unless yeah, I have no need to Dynamax here. Haunter's moveset sucks in this one, you believe? Oh, it does? That's unfortunate. Is it all just Ghost type moves? Like, it's technically Poison type, but it's all Ghost type? This isn't... Yeah, that's not a terrible first turn. Pokemon are banning accounts, hacked mons, and home, and you're shiny Darkrai that you force to be shiny there. Should you release it? How are they detecting hacked mons is the thing. In general, the safe bet is to get rid of any hacked mons. But usually the way that they're checking that is for illegal mons. There's not a whole lot they can do about, like, actually just, like, genned Pokemon that are legit, or could be legit stats. There's not a whole lot they can do about that. I mean, if you genned a Pokemon back in Gen 3, made it legitimate and brought it up, it's like, there's no way to prove it wasn't an actual Gen 3 Pokemon. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know on that one. I think Magikarp's Splash Attack would do something if it's Dynamax. Maybe. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying, Jihad. It doesn't have a great moveset. Quillfish is a base 95 attack stat. Coming from a stat poison jab, you keep it. That's Yeah, I'm good without it. It seems like Quillfish is absolutely better than this Haunter. I guess my concern just came down to the water typing. Ooh, we're gonna get Galarian Weezing this time. Haven't seen one of those yet. Yeah, they're banning people. You should be. I think you should. Again, though, like, the safest way to not get banned is to not have hacked mons in general. But, like, at the same time, they can only do so much. They can only ban so much because, like, even Game Freak has to be absolutely aware that gend mons made it into wonder traits, and people got gend mons not knowing they were gend. You can't. It'd be ridiculous and just a bad idea in general to punish someone because they received a Pokemon from Wonder Trade and didn't realize that it was hacked. Man, but this requires, yeah. Fails on the ground, doesn't turn into a terrain, so it doesn't turn into a terrain yet, so I can't do it. Yeah, let's use Liquidation again. So I think he should be fine, but at the same time, I don't know exactly what they're doing. I'll watch PokeHooters be like, my account got banned. I mean, if you got banned, it's because they have Gen Mons in there. Like, impossible mons in there. That's pretty much any time I've seen like ban waves come through with Pokemon, it's been like PK Hex detected on the system. I think that was the thing that was possible. Like they would detect it on the system. They would detect like illegitimate software on the system, and in that case, like your Nintendo account's associated with that, and there's all that kind of thing going on, or it's a problem of just like you can't get a starter and a Cherish Ball. Clearly, like you brought this in somehow, but I don't know. I don't know how they can like ban a lot of those accounts that way. I mean, because it's basically they can only really ban stuff that already wouldn't have flown going through a trading system. Just remembered it's only for the new legends that can't be shiny. You have the locked legends. Yeah, again, that's usually what they hit is those just legitimately impossible. The legitimately impossible Pokemon. You can't get it in that ball. You can't get it without ability. You can't get it shiny yet. That kind of thing. That's what they usually hit. That's really the only thing they can hit is like things that are guaranteed not possible. Another thing would be like it wasn't possible at the time that it says you caught it kind of thing. But even that's like you could have entered the code with your system date way off. How do games detect piracy? That's always creeped you out. Like, what do you mean by that? Like, and a lot of games, like when you buy a game, like a digital game, you get like a license for it, and there's software in there that there's like bits of the software that detect you and like check your license and stuff. And if you remove those, and fudge it, the game knows. Because the code doesn't act exactly the same anymore. So they detect it that way, usually. A lot of times with like older games, like on cartridges and stuff, the way they did it was on cartridges, or just really, if a game on physical media, you can make the media act a little bit different. You can make the media act a little bit funky compared to what a normal, like, just generic version of that would do. What do we got here? What do you thinking, Jiha? What are you thinking? You swagger at someone. The confusion doesn't work on Misty Terrain. I might be wrong. I'm wrong. Yep. Everyone else went Psychic. Yeah, let's go Psychic. Cool. there was a rumor that they said they would detect piracy in X and Y, and they probably can. Again, like, really what they'd be detecting is homebrew and illegitimate content on the system and stuff like that. But yeah, so usually the way they detect piracy is because the game's written to prevent piracy. In order to pirate the game, you have to modify the game a little bit. Therefore, the game's code is different. Therefore, you can detect that it's changed. A very oversimplified way of saying it, but that's what the case is. Did someone say homebrew? I did, but really, they usually aren't detecting homebrew. They'd be detecting more so like PK Hex or something being there if we're talking about Pokemon. I remember seeing a video a few months ago about sending a GBA crystal file to the VR one on the 3DS. I mean, the code's the code. As long as you can recompile it properly, yeah. Yeah, if you pull the game off of a crystal cartridge, run it through software to make it into... Basically, if you make a ROM off the crystal cartridge... I mean, that's all that like Nintendo Game Freak would have done to put it online. Then you run it through Homebrew to make it a virtual console game, and then you put it on the virtual console. Yeah. I've seen some stuff similar to that. Not like 100% that, but I've seen similar things. Basically, people will take the ROM. Instead of the legitimate step of having the cartridge and pulling it off the cartridge, they'll take it from a site that politely asks for you to own the game. But yeah, that's usually... The files used on a 3DS are just like something you can convert like a ROM from an emulator to work on. Gen 5 anti-piracy was turning off the EXP gaining. Yeah, a lot of piracy measures were then, and even to a point now, you don't see it as much, but a lot of the piracy measures were what am I saying? Or like things that the game would work, therefore people would be like, we did it, and they'd post it, and it was a broken version of the game. Spyro's a big one like that. Like the game worked long enough for people to be like, cool, checks out, all good, and then it just completely failed. Yes, like that kind of thing makes sense, where it's like the game works, therefore a lot of people who are just in it for the hacking of it and don't actually care to use it when they post it online, like someone goes, oh, this doesn't actually work. You know, it's just like something's off. It just means you play with Gen 5 legitimately like a good boy, Jiha. I'll get Maxus out there. Wasn't there a piracy check for Earthbound? A lot of old games had piracy checks like that. And they just do something to like screw with the game a little bit. Otherwise, anything on a cartridge anything like on a cartridge closer to the end of cartridges, basically NES onwards, Definitely had piracy checks on it. There's basically like circuit, like little chips that you would put in the system, like in the cartridge. That was the anti-piracy check. Yeah, there's just some really popular ones that like people tend to know about when it comes to that. Like they're more infamous. Then there are ones that are fake that everyone knows about, like the Fire Red one, Fire Red Leaf Green. Everyone thought that like there was a message that only showed up like if you pirated the game, and it turns out it was just whoever originally released that version of the ROM added it in as a joke. A majority of the anti-piracy rumors are fake. A lot of them are true though. Like there was a time there pretty much in the 90s where it's like a lot of those games, like the anti-piracy measures were a lot more like visible. Like it was kind of like we realized we can do this, and they had enough space then to actually like put a little bit of effort into them. But really the goal of them is you shouldn't be able to see it. You really shouldn't be able to see it if it does detect it's pirated. It should just kind of like sweep you out of the game. And it should just be a pain in the butt to get around. I wish they implemented the checks in the dialogue itself. Yeah, if you like the game, buy it or die. Yeah, that was fake. Yeah, that was someone who released the ROM of it added that in. Guys, I hope BULU's not shiny, cause shiny hype in the chat. Hey, that's awesome. Oh, I need to check BULU now. All right. I'm happy with BULU not being shiny there, cause we're gonna take the shiny Swoobat. Heck yeah! Heck yeah! Let's go! Let's go, Pogs. That's Swoobat, right? It's Swoobat? Hey! That is awesome! Shiny hype in the chat. Alright. Yeah, so I'd still like to keep the record of BULU, though. Heck yeah! I wanted to see some of that in the chat. So I had to at least add a little bit of it. But awesome! Awesome, there we go. First Dynamax shiny. First Dynamax shiny ever. You know what you got? Shiny Salazzle and Yveltal in one run. How'd you get both of them, though? Can you get multiple? Oh, you can only get one from each run. But yeah, let's go, guys. Shiny hype. There we go, putting the code back in. Let's go on another run. Only one, yeah. I know you can get multiple. Did you have to pick? Did you have to like choose between the two? Because yeah, you can only pick one. Like, theoretically, all four could be shinies, and you could have like the worst best luck ever. Alright, there we go. Another group of 4. Yeah, misuse. You've seen people get 3. Oh, that's awful. You know, honestly, all those are not great. Yo, Grenchi, what's going on, man? He must just rip for timid, shiny timid Salazzle. That is unfortunate. Alright, what are we going for? What are we going for? Yeah, what are we going for here? I don't see any poisons. Which is usually like how I've been choosing. I guess the flying? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Nothing much, as busy as usual. Well, it's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. Hope it hasn't been too busy and it's just, you know, been like, you know, kind of that keeping you busy thing, not really like overwhelming. Yeah, I don't have a lot. I'm not gonna take that Dynamax. I'd just be screwing us all. You got homework, work, anime to watch, games to play, creative things to make, and much more. And I feel that, dude. I feel that. Big dog, very big dog, very good boy. If you take no damage during the first rival... It said something in black and white, if you take no damage during the first rival fights, which is virtually impossible. I mean, that's 100% down to luck. Moves have to miss, and they have to use a lot of, just like status-affecting moves, or like, stat-changing moves. Are you guys still thinking of moves, or have you guys DC'd? It seems like we're all still here. No, you're good, man. You're good. I wasn't like rushing anyone. I was just concerned like we had lost people. Yeah, no issue at all. I've clearly have other things I am also looking at, like. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this run as a whole, honestly. I feel like we're going to need to get lucky and get a Pokemon that has a poison as a secondary typing here. I mean, no matter what... Oh! Yeah. There we go. I think Electric's the way to go here. There we go, we can get some toxicity. There we go. Tox has no poison moves. Ah, that's unfortunate. Well. Whoopsie. Yeah, I'll just try Thunder. I would have hoped it had at least one. And I'm also useless against it. So I will cheer everyone else on. Three normal and one electric. Rip. Hey, Thunder hit. Did nothing, but Thunder hit. I'm just gonna keep trying Thunder. Epic. Big Pog moment. Dynamax Toxicity reminds you of how easy it is to get Dynamax Toxicity card. Is it like super common? Or is it like one of those like promotional kind of cards that is guaranteed on the front of the package? $2 card though? That's still nice. This isn't going great, to be honest. Oh, and the hail. The hail is gonna take out the blue or double. Just smacking it with all these ice moves because that's what we got. Thunder's hit 3 times in a row though. This is a bad run. Yeah, no, this isn't great. Like, we have no poison types coming up. Just in general, not great. Not great typings going into these battles. It's not. I don't know. I don't think we have anything good in the third round either. So this is very much down to just luck with BULU, I think. Should have chosen something else. You're good, man. You're good. It's hard to tell what's going to happen with these. Honestly, we could be in much worse shape right now. We're not in great shape, I'll say that, but like we could be in significantly worse shape. Like assuming we hit first, we could be in a much worse situation. Cause like we could be down multiple lives at this point. How this one has eyes? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's really the best we could do this time. I mean, it's like every boy in middle school. It's like me right now, honestly. I have my hair pushed back for the streams, but like Here we go, guys. Let's do this. Oh gosh, now it's hard to see. Yeah, no, that's actually pretty terrible, not gonna lie. That toxicity has nothing. Can you see? Enough. I'm gonna finish out the raid this way. I'm good without it. You know, Ian. Yep, that's me. This is the longest my hair's ever been. We're coming up on a year. That was an awful voice crack. We're coming up on a year of me not having had my hair cut. All right. I guess Skarmory for the steel typing. That's all I can think. Do we have anything else? Do I drive my car like this all the time? No. Yeah. I'm voting Skarmory. I assume that Hitmonlee. Would Hitmonlee have had anything for this? I'm pushing it a little bit to the side, just so I can get it out of my nose. Skarmory's great. You went flying. Oof. Yeah, I went flying too, so. The vote. I'm electric. I'm electric. We can knock this thing out, right? Yeah. At the very least, we can wipe this. Let's get a lady to drive through this here. I don't go to drive-thrus that much. There's enough like fast food places close to me that I'll walk to them just to like get out if I do go get fast food. Hitmonlee had Blaze Kick. Yeah, you're right, man. I didn't know that. You're like the one teammate that throws all the time. Dude, I'm awful about that. I throw constantly. There's so many things I've done that like... Yikes. Yikes, that wasn't good. But there's so many times that like I've thought about something and clicked on it, like thinking, oh, it's great. And then immediately after I make that decision, like it's like, oh yeah, it would have been better to do B. Like, spend all this time to decide on A, and then like, oh, B would have been better. Let's hope we can knock this thing out fast. Because I don't want to go into BULU with no lives left. Yeah, Hitmonlee with Blaze Kick probably would have been better. I saw Steel flying and went for it. Because I'm gonna be pretty much useless in the next battle, so using my Dynamax now is probably for the best. It's unfortunate that we got nothing like truly good. Like the past couple battles, we've gotten like Salazzle and stuff right out the gate. One last hit. We just need one last hit, and we're good. Flying on the bug wasn't good. But we knocked it out at least. Alright, should anyone take this Skarmory? We're going in with low HP, yeah. It's not great. We need a strong hitter against it. I don't think we have it. Dragon Tamer's right, the Blaze Kick would have been good. Someone should. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm lowest HP. Let's get me back up. I have nothing that would have really been of use going in otherwise, so yeah, we don't have a lot of room to play with here. This music's too chill for the situation. How do you throw a Pokeball that large? I mean, it just like expanded, so like it only weighs as much as a normal Pokeball. Alright, fly or I'm gonna use Steel Wing so I can use it more. Let's finish this fast. My hair is itching my nose. Pure muscle. All the muscle. That also works. Come back to the stream and this is what you see. Yeah, I'm mimicking Piloswine for a round. The hail's not great on us, but alright. I'm concerned for having the hail coming down, but that's not what we needed. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's really not what we needed. Oh gosh. Yeah, let's paralyze it. Don't you know that I'll be here for you? Till we got nothing left to do. Tell a couple jokes and enjoy the view. I'll be here for you. Don't you know that I'll be here for you? Till we got nothing left to prove. Write it down and I'm a drunk tattoo. Always here with you. Alright. Yeah, we're healing some. And Max Hailstorm is the most we're doing on it, so it can't be like critical of it or anything. Everyone got 100 for the lab. So yeah, we're just wasting your time in the class rep. But at the same time, though, that is kind of what data structures ends up being. That's not good. Oh, we need to take it out this turn. Just vibing with this. Yeah, ow. Very ow. Alright, we get one more hitter, but I'm also concerned Woodhammer's just going to knock Piloswine back out. And then we're done. Max Hailstorm, it's our big hit for the turn. Can we get a lucky crit? Can we just get a lucky crit of any kind? Come on, Piloswine, come on. We did it, boys! We did it! You're spine carrying this team, man. Dude. I'm glad we got through that, man. Pog. Super Pog. That was rough. It was very rough, but we made it. We made it. Yeah, the blizzard could have missed. Alright, alright, alright. I'll check with it covering my eyes, and then we're wrapping up. Okay, and I don't actually know what these are. I know what BULU looks like, though, so I'm backing out to get that little bit of suspense. No BULU. Alright. Yeah, alright. That was interesting. That was not helping with my usually itchy nose on the streams. The one time Blizzard actually hits, right? Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was not how I wanted that to go. Alright, new thing, guys. If there's ever a Piloswine on our team, I'm just gonna do that with my hair every time. Gotta go. Alright, see you later, Blastina. Thanks for coming in and helping with the Dynamax rates. It's awesome having you. It's super fun actually having a full party for him. Excuse me. Alright guys. Let us go with another round of Dynamax adventure. I'm so glad that worked though. I'm not looking forward to some of the more difficult raids. Like Zygarde would be death. Alright. We got 3. Can we get one more? Can we get one more? Alright, cool. Let's have to make sure that number actually increased. Zygarde. Yeah, Zygarde would be terrible. I can't imagine attempting to shiny hunt Zygarde in this. I mean, it's probably gonna happen, but I can't imagine it yet. I'm not. I have to like break my sanity a little bit before I'm willing to do those. We gotta like start out just by dipping our toes in here. Did 89 for Zygarde. Dude, that's rough, man. Dang, we're almost at 600 encounters for Palkia too. Just we've almost done 4 times as many encounters for Palkia already compared to Dialga. That's just shows how crazy the Dialga hunt was. That we're like 3 days into Palkia and we're 4 times the number on that. Dialga was just insane, honestly. I was not expecting Dialga to be what it was. Yo, and we got a 4th. Let's go. Let's go. I'll take Bulldor for now. Yo, John the Pikachu, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Hope it's been a good day for you. Alright. Alright, poison. So we're making it to that poison no matter what. Which requires going water, I guess. This is vibing. Goldhead's probably not going to give us too much. I don't know what... I couldn't get a good look at what the normal was beyond that. But we have to go to it if we want the poison. Alright, Golduck. Yeah. Well, yeah, I knew it was Golduck, but alright, Golduck. Does Golduck have good moves in the Dynamax stuff? Because I guess what? There's really only there's like one move set for him, right? I don't have any. I don't have anything worth. I don't have anything worth Dynamaxing for here. So. All right, let's go. Let's go. $5.99 on Palkia. Let's see what it is. $600 Palkias, guys. That's crazy. All right. Yeah, I'll just keep using Stone Edge. I don't have much. I don't have anything that's gonna like. I don't have any kind of killer moves for this battle. Imagine being a 10-year-old in the Pokemon universe and fighting Dynamax Eternatus in a casual adventure. It's like going out with your buddies. You know, you finally are old enough to like go and do the Dynamax raids. You've heard some neat things about it. It's kind of cool. Like, your little sister's gone and done them somehow, but you know, like she shouldn't be able to, but she's done it. You know, came back with some cool things. You go in an Eternatus, just the reason the Dynamaxing can happen. This thing that like you remember seeing like mosaics of, just like art on the side of a hill about what this thing was. I almost hit wrong button. Cool. Let's go for this again. And we should have this turn. Is there any reason to take this Golduck? I don't think it has anything. I don't think it has anything worthwhile. And I know at least for me, it's just gonna be a lateral move to still being weak to grass. So. I know I'm not taking it. I don't know if there's anyone else who should. Again, I couldn't tell what the normal battle was soon enough. Golden looks real tired. He's just gasping for air the whole time. Well, he can have a break now. Assuming no one takes him to use him. He's holding his arms out. This must have been like arm day and he's like super sore. Or yesterday was arm day. You know, when he can like barely move his arms. Which I mean, good for him, man. You know, probably today he probably set a new max. Like a new 1-rep max on bench press or something. Yeah, I at least have a fighting move going into this normal type. So I'll hold off. I don't need this. Yeah, I'm good without it. Yeah, I don't know aside from the poison that we're gonna grab what'll actually be worth it. What is? Oh, is this just? Well, I can't remember the name of it now, but it's just Squavit's evolution. I don't know if this is gonna have anything good for us either. Green, yeah. Yeah, all I've got here is super effective. Yeah, I just don't know if... Yeah, I don't know if Greedent has anything. Whenever you type anything in Chrome, it takes a second to load, then nothing happens. That's weird, man. Like anywhere in Chrome, or just like in YouTube in Chrome? I know YouTube's chat box is ridiculously like resource intensive for no reason, especially emotes. Like I think I asked this before. Oh, you can't search anything? That's unfortunate, man. I'm sorry. But yeah, just like, I don't know why, but YouTube's like, the emotes. Yo, Zenator, what's going on, dude? Welcome back. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but like, the YouTube, like, if I like, on Chrome at least, on my PC, try to type an emote, it just doesn't, it's so laggy for no reason. Like, it can't be that hard to load, like, standard emojis plus like 6 custom emotes. Like that can't be that difficult. And it's not like I made like bad emotes or something for it. It's just terrible all around. Or not terrible, but just laggy all around. Any channel I go on that I have access to emotes and I click that like keyboard, it just slows down so much. How much longer we're going? We're gonna do this raid and another. We've just now hit the 2-hour mark for the stream, and I want to at least call out that a raid's going to be the last raid before we start it. So we're going to do this raid, and then we'll do one more. Ideally, that means we get to 20 BULU encounters. I'm concerned that it might not mean we get there. We might get 19. We might just only have 18 if we're not lucky. But I want to at least do 2 more BULU raids tonight, or this one plus another one. And then, and I also don't want to just, like, suddenly say this is the last one right now if I'm not streaming tomorrow. So yeah, we're going to do this one, then we're going to do one more. And hopefully over the weekend we can do, like, several. Like, it'd be interesting to go, like... I doubt I'd be able to do all day, but like closer to an all-night one. That'd be fun. It still says Dialga? It shouldn't! I updated this! Ah! Alright, it's updated now. Yeah, like the stream stuff's a little bit funky when it comes to like remembering that I changed settings. It likes to undo a couple settings, like whenever I reschedule a stream, and like on a weekday I'm scheduling a stream like while trying to like just like slowly walking by my computer throughout the day. More often than not. Like just going by, like changing a setting while I'm walking to like fill up a cup of water or something, or like going to the bathroom or whatnot. I'll just like stop by my computer on the way there and click a couple more of the buttons. So it's possible I forget stuff, but it should be fixed now. Alright. We could be worse off. We could be way worse off right now. just vibing with this music. But yeah, we've been in worse situations at this point. I think, yeah, no, I still don't see much of a reason for me taking that. We got the poison type coming up, which should, hopefully the poison type's good and it's not like Toxtricity or something that has no actual poison moves. Because really that was the one stressful part about the last run through, was like just the lack of poison. Yeah, I'm good without it. Getting the health back on Togedemaru might be good. Swapping that out, but alright, cool. Never mind. Yo, Hypnotic Turtle, welcome to the stream. It's going well. It's going well. We're having some good luck here with these raids. At least in terms of like our success rate. I wouldn't say we've necessarily been the most lucky when it comes to our paths. The past couple times at least. What is that? What is that? I can't quite tell. Is that Gloom? Gloom's okay. But yeah, it's been going. How are you doing? How are you doing, Hypnotic Turtle? Welcome to the stream. Just vibing and having some fun with the Dynamax raids. Looks like Loom, yeah. BULU's always been a pushover though. BULU, yeah, like BULU doesn't have the greatest. I'm not taking this, or I'm not taking the. Yeah, I mean, for sure, BULU doesn't have like the greatest defense against us. Usually, we're able to hit it pretty well. My concern several times has just come down to we haven't had a lot of HP going into the fights. Like we have like 2 hearts left going in, and like 2 Pokemon that are within 1 hit range for it, and like we just get lucky that it doesn't take it half the time. Have you ever heard of Lumion Legacy? I have not. Yeah, Gloom's going by pretty fast though. Alright guys, is there anyone specific who needs to take this, or is it okay if I take Gloom? I don't know, does Togedemaru need to take it? Do you like Pokemon fan games by any chance? I haven't played any. Yo, Vanilla, how's it going, man? You're moving. I feel like that's one of those things that should have been done before the beginning of the semester, but nice, man. Nice. Yeah, I haven't played many fan games. I downloaded Uranium at one point, but I hadn't played it a whole lot. I think it'll be good. You have Poison Jab and Iron Head. All right, cool. I'll take Gloom then. Get rid of my poison. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we haven't actually lost anyone, so us losing like a hit on you is not bad. I don't think. Like it would suck, but it wouldn't be the worst thing. All right, well, I'm glad to hear it all got sorted, man. Do you want to try a Pokemon fan game of sorts? What do you mean by of sorts? It isn't Pokemon in the sense of Pokemon, but it's a Pokemon-like game. Kind of like Temtem. That sounds familiar? Like, Temtem sounds familiar? I didn't play it much. Or I hadn't ever played it. I remember hearing about it kind of being like Pokemon, but that's all I ever heard. But yeah, I might be interested, sure. Like, I just need to know more about it. Isn't Lumine Legacy the Brick Bronze developers? Ah, and then in that case, they probably would be wanting to do more Pokemon stuff. As close as they can without, like, hitting it, you know? Without getting back under the eyes of Nintendo. Online Pokemon game based on the Roblox engine. Yeah, I never did anything with Roblox. I'll have to look it up, I guess, man. Spiritual successor to Brick Bronze, differences modeling quality is insane. Gotcha. Yeah, I never played Brick Bronze or anything, but I might take a look at it. Sure, go for it, man. I might take a look. I don't know if I'll have a like good chance to, but if I do, I'll take a look. Easy to play with others, that's always good. All right, let's do this. Let's take this BULU out. We got the BULU. All right, let's check it out. Let's check it out, guys. Good luck to everyone. I hope someone's able to get a shiny out of it soon. Yeah, most engines are going to use C++. That's just one of the better languages for that kind of thing. It's lower level. It's harder to write in, but it makes it more. You can make stuff way more efficient. Gonna head out. All right, see you later, Jihad. Thank you for participating in all the raids, man. And hope classes go well for you. I know you got them soon. That's good having you. Hope to see you again soon, man. Yeah, you C# and Unity. Alright, alright. Will BULU be shiny? Nope. Alright, we gotta do another one. Alright guys, this will be the final Dynamax raid of the night. Yeah, let's keep a record. Let's make sure I keep records this time, because I goofed last time. Like a fool. And we had to start the stream, and Xenator had to help us out with that. Yes, let's save the adventure. And let's get this code in, and let's get going. Alright, let's get going, guys. Let's get this going. Let's get hype. Let's get hype for this last Dynamax Adventure run of the night. No matter what, today has been a success. We got the shiny Swoobat. I am happy with that. Well, that's good to hear, man. About it being easy to stream and everything. I'm gonna do some BULU on your own. Might make it competitive. Who knows? Yeah, go for it, man. Are low-level languages harder than high-level? In general, you could say yes. In the sense that there's more for you to do. Like, there's more you have to kind of manage. Alright. We got a full group. Let's get going. Let's start exploring. But, yeah, so essentially, like, low level versus high level kind of means, like, like assembly language or writing stuff straight out in machine code. Like writing stuff straight out in machine code is about as low as you can go, versus like assembly is a level higher than that, and like most languages are a level higher than that. I'll take Vespiquen for now. Along with like if you go, like you get the stuff like Java's higher than C++ because Java handles garbage collection for you, that kind of thing. How long are you going tonight? We're doing one more raid tonight, Mel. One more. I didn't mention that. I didn't realize what the time was when I started the last one, and I wanted to like mention to people that it was the last raid. So this one's the last. This is the last raid we're doing tonight. So I guess that means like 15 more minutes or something like that. All right, let's see. We can get the fire. Yeah, I guess we go fire. Unless like something really stands out and look. Yeah, I think we go fire here. Yeah, it's awesome that we've been able to do so many. Palkia should end up around 650, if not higher. BULU, knock on wood, can get to 10. Oh wait, we chose fire. Duh, I was like, hey, it's also fire type. No, we chose fire. I'm losing it. We've gone over my 2-hour limit here. Oh, we just want to do a fire type, and I have a bug type. Slowly realizing how much basic CS knowledge you need to know. Didn't even understand what garbage collection was when you learned it. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, it's better to start out with a higher level, learning a higher level language, so you can just like learn, or you can like learn the basics. You can understand what object-oriented programming is. You can understand what like variables and if statements and everything are without having to like get too deep into it. Dude, is this going to be the battle that wipes us out immediately? Did not have the monster fire type. Yeah, that's the thing I never think about, right? Like, I'm always thinking about what'll be good against BULU, and I never think about what's in our party currently. Yeah, this might be a fast one. Getting into learning C++ right now, you've done other languages, and you gotta say it looks pretty simple. What other languages have you done, then? Like, granted, I think a lot of the difficulty of it comes from most of the time when people learn it, it's the first time they've dealt with pointers. And pointers can really throw stuff off. Yikes, this isn't going well. You picked fire, yeah. Mostly just Java. Yeah, C++ can do a lot more than Java. But also, you can mess it up a lot. You can't segfault in Java. You're gonna fail this data structures class because memory is so important. There's no way you can learn so much basic knowledge. Nah, man. JT, you've got this. You've got this. You're like... Remember, you're at a point where you're sitting here going, why the heck have we been learning the same thing that we all know for 3 weeks? They know where you're at. They know where you're at. And they're... You're gonna be fine, man. You're gonna be fine. I know it can be like really daunting, but you're gonna be okay, man. I promise. Unlike us in this battle, we might not be okay. Been working with clips and it gets incredibly complex sometimes. Don't like how it goes into multiple tabs. What do you mean, like multiple files? Dude, breaking things out into files is like incredibly just like necessary. Also taking data structures this semester. So also like, I guess, like maybe second year of CS. Yeah, once... Yeah, I mean, I remember there was a point with C++ that I, like, had everything in a single file, so never had to write, like, a header file. That was dumb, and made it impossible to read. The teacher talked about pointers and references, and you sort of got it, but you're lost. I gotcha. That's the only thing we've learned so far. He's only talked about it for 5 minutes. You're going to go over it more, man. You're going to go over it more. Just gets confusing keeping track of everything. I prefer everything being in one file. I'm the opposite, and I think you will find yourself being the opposite at some point. Being able to look at... I might also try to take this. Feel free to vote for it as well. But the idea of being able to like have it in individual chunks is very helpful. Okay, what do we see here? Where do we want to go? Yeah, I'm voting that one. Okay. Because, I mean, once you get into using multiple classes for different things, it becomes a little bit more difficult to have everything in a single file. Again, not impossible, but... Yo, nothing, welcome to the stream. Shiny Rayquaza is no more. That is very sad news, I'm sorry. Flying would be best, probably. That's fair. Big O notation is Pog, but we were learning that at the end of the semester. Yeah, that's pretty important. But anyway, hello again. Yeah, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Yo, Killer Flamingo, welcome to the stream. Can you join? Unfortunately, this is the last one we're going to be doing for the night. But we'll be doing more on Friday. We'll definitely be doing more of these raids on Friday. You find coding to be simple given logic, but it depends on the syntax of the language. Sometimes multiple files makes it hard to keep track of that syntax. Not when the file gets to be thousands of lines long and you need to find like one singular class that like one of the benefits is, and I don't use Eclipse, but I know Eclipse would do this. I know IntelliJ and Visual Studio, and that's what I use for work, do. Eventually it'll get to the point where you have so many classes that it's impossible to be in one file. It needs to be in multiple files. And when you need to check what a function does and the logic of that function, you can control and click on that function in your code and it'll jump to that other file for you to look at. If your code is formatted properly, it'll be easy to follow even jumping through those different files. At first, though, I totally get it. At first, I 100% get trying to have everything linearly laid out. But once you start calling the same functions over and over and over again, or just having enough code that you have to look at, breaking it out is very nice. Back in high school, when you're taking computer science, you get a near perfect score on an AP test, where everyone else is getting around 30% less than your score. That's how logical it is for you. Cool. I'm telling you, as a professional software developer, multiple files is very helpful. Is he making you use NetBeans? That is a name I haven't heard in a while. That's really weird. Like Eclipse and IntelliJ, especially. IntelliJ is great. I guess, I don't know, NetBeans might not add a whole bunch of other stuff on top of itself. because I know like IntelliJ builds like a whole project around it and has all this extra crud. I think Eclipse does the same, so I could see NetBeans maybe being used in that regard. But like even at that point, Break It Down goes smaller. That's weird. We had to use something called JGrasp in college, but that was because like a grad student of my professor had written that. You have a candle you like to burn in your room, but you use it to cover the smell of the litter box so long that you can't enjoy it. No, oh no, it's just associated with litter box smell. That's unfortunate. Oh, did we go bug? I thought we were gonna go flying. Don't be discouraged, man. Don't be discouraged. I went in with the same thought, dude, and nah. If it complicates it, you're doing it wrong. And an RPG though, that's the thing. Like an RPG would be like if you're doing it object oriented, it's like the breaking objects out into files is necessary. Script it if it's more of a scripting logic, like it's more just a linear script, then I get it. That makes a bit more sense. But object-oriented programming, having multiple files is like key to keeping things organized, because you can break it out into different packages and all that good stuff. You see that Supreme Arcanize hit 7,000k for Gen 4 Shiny Regiseal? I heard about that. Someone mentioned it yesterday, I think. Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. Oh no. This might not go well. JT, you're good, man. You're good. I promise. I went into college 100% expecting like everyone else there to have had formal programming training. They don't expect you to. They don't expect you to. And again, man, you're good, man. You're good. You've gotten decent grades on other stuff. You're like at the point where you're like, come on, let's learn some new things, which means like you're up to speed with what the class wants. That's all that really matters, man. Ah, rip, guys, rip. Did he disconnect? I guess so, man. Oh, that's unfortunate that our first loss was our last one of the day. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, that was just unfortunate. That was unfortunate. As long as you decide to learn, you're on the right track. Absolutely, Mel. Absolutely. Yeah, the way I would do Galaga, because I think at some point I did something similar. You would have a class that's like your objects, then you have subclasses of that are your like specific types of aliens and type of a player object and stuff. And that's where you start needing different files to keep that all properly separated. But alright, guys, that was good for you, man. Cool. You can write things in anything, that's whatever. But alright. Thank you guys for watching the stream. I really appreciated having you all here. It's fun doing these Dynamax adventures. We'll be back on Friday with some more Dynamax adventures, some more shiny hunting. Yeah. It's good seeing you guys. Thank you to everyone that tuned in, everyone that liked, anyone that subscribed. But yeah. Thank you guys so much. I hope to see you again next time, and until then, take care.